everyone, it's Emmy Hall at the Fast Lane Classics, and check it out! I'm in the land of Lincoln here in Red Rocks, Colorado. That's right, I'm surrounded by awesome Lincolns from every generation, and we are gonna check them out coming up next on the Fast Lane Classics. So I'm here with Jerry Tuba and his immaculate Lincoln Zephyr. What year is this?
1940. This was I saw a Lincoln ad where a car like this came from the right side of this was on TV, came from the right side of the screen, went behind a tree, and a new Lincoln came out the other side. Yeah. And I thought, that's pretty cool.
You thought, wow, if I get a Lincoln, that'll happen. I'll get two cars in one.
Of course, they were trying to sell me a new one, but I wound up with this.
How long have you owned this?
It's going on 3 years.
Okay, and did you do all the restoration yourself, or did you?
What you see is pretty much what I bought.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people honking at you and giving you the thumbs up?
I do that. Now, this row of Continentals here, this is their mother.
Oh, okay.
The original Continental was made out of a Zephyr.
I got it. So they took like the bones of this, and from that we have all of these crazy cars.
A convertible sedan, a four-door convertible sedan, and built the first Lincoln Continental out of it. Edsel Ford, the Fords used to vacation in Palm Beach, Florida. Okay. And he told the Lincoln division, because if you own your own car company,
you can do what you want.
I want you to build me a custom car to take down there while I go down on vacation. So they cobbled together the original Lincoln Continental out of a Zephyr. Okay. And shipped it down to him. This was supposed to be a one-off custom, but it attracted so much attention. He had 250 orders for a car they never intended to build.
That's crazy.
By the time he got back, so he called back to the factory and said, "You might want to think about building some more of these."
That's awesome.
And that's how the Continental got started.
What a great piece of history. Okay, well, I've got a lot of other people to talk to, so Jerry, thank you so much. Okay. I'm loving this Zephyr. It's one of my favorites.
We won't tell them.
Yeah, don't tell them, but it's one of my favorites. All right, I'm with Tim, and behind me is his 1957 Lincoln Continental, and he tells me it is number 41 out of 440. So basically you're telling me don't touch the car.
Oh, no, it loves to be petted. But this is a unique car in that it came out of the 1955 Motorama, which was held in Paris. It was designed at that time to be a concept car. And because the design was so popular at the Paris show, they planned on making it, which they did the first one in '56, and only one more year in '57. And it did some unique things with it. At that time, in the 50s, all the cars had chrome on them. And this car, they did it in very simple lines with no chrome down the side. And the design was so popular that it was voted the finest design car of the 1950 decade, bar none.
Really?
Yes. And so this is, these cars were marked by the hump in the trunk for the spare wheel. The older Lincolns actually had them in that space.
Well, these are beautiful. I'm just learning so much about it. And this next one that I'm going to go on to looks a little bit like yours, but it's a little more tricked out.
Well, this next one is, of course, goes into the Kennedy years. Okay. And is a whole unique other time.
All right, cool.
So well, have fun with that.
Yeah, let's get that guy on.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
It's gonna be your fault. It better work. The other one, didn't you?
Get on it, old man.
This is a 1965. The unique part about the 65 is it's the only year that has this front end and this dashboard.
Okay.
In 66 they changed the design of the fenders, and in 64 they still had the same front end as the 62.
You know, that's what's really interesting about so many of these old cars is that they changed from year to year. Every single year something was noticeably different. Whereas now, like, can you really tell the difference between a 2013 and a 2014? You know, they're all the same.
A 2006 and a 2010.
Right.
I call them bubble cars.
So is that what attracted you to this, just because it was so different and that there's just really nothing like it on the road today?
What attracted me to this car was in 1965, and we were watching cars go into Stapleton International Airport, and this was a brand new car, and I saw it as a 15-year-old, and it took me till I was almost 65 going one.
It is about 110% over-restored 460 V8 engine with air conditioning and everything, including all of the decals under the hood.
So what do you like most about driving this car?
The fact that it's a luxury car with the performance of a sports car and a muscle car.
Yeah.
That it drives as nimble as a performance car, but the ride is absolutely luxury. It's a floating kind of ride down the road.
Yeah.
And styling, I don't think that they produced in these later series of automobiles, the Mark III, 4, 5, and 6, I don't think that they produced one that was any more beautiful from a styling standpoint than the Mark III. And I think a lot of the Lincoln people at large would agree with me. The Mark III is definitely a benchmark car. Europeans absolutely love American classic cars, and they bring them over there so fast and so often. We probably, I don't know what the numbers are, but in some of the countries of Europe, they have clubs that are as big as many of our car clubs and overshadow them in numbers and in enthusiasm. They have rallies and events that make an RV event with a Good Sam Club look like child's play.
What's the major difference between the 4s and the 5s?
72 was a 1 year only for a front bumper setup.
Okay.
And then in 73 they changed it to like this because of that 5-mile-per-hour bumper.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it basically destroyed the front look.
Why did you decide to go for a 5 instead of a 4?
I like the sharper lines of the 5. It's just sharper, it's sleeker looking. This one's just more rounded. I like the sharpness of this car.
All right, and now I'm here with the Mark 6s. So these were made from, these are early 80s cars, right guys? So why do you guys think these cars went away?
Signs of times, I guess.
Yeah?
Just more people wanting more rounded cars, smaller, more fuel efficient.
Right, okay. But what's the attraction for you for this car?
I don't know, I've just traded up over, I've had like 11 Lincolns over the years.
Yeah.
And I keep getting into cars that I really like to keep. And I had a Diamond Jubilee in the gold. And I sold it, which I shouldn't have done, but anyway, I got this car because it was a sedan.
Yeah? Oh, that's right, because you've got the 2-door sedan, and these guys are just, 4-door sedan, and the rest are just 2 doors.
That's right, they're Marks, the regular Marks.
Okay.
And they sold more Marks than they did. They didn't make many of the 4-door Continental Mark 6s.
Okay, all right.
So they were kind of a limited edition, so to speak. They're just a plain Jane car, a 302.
I wouldn't call these plain Jane, you guys.
In the Lincoln world, you know, the sedan is, because most people didn't like sedans. Didn't like them. They probably liked them, but they liked the design, the looks of the 2 doors.
Okay.
More so than.
Now, I know you all know that now Ford is kind of taken Lincoln and is trying to make it its own brand. And this year at the New York Auto Show, they debuted the new Lincoln Continental. And I mean, you guys are the ones that know. Like, what did you think of it? Honest. You guys can be honest.
I thought it was incredible looking.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just an Audi with a Kia grill.
Audi with a Kia grill.
I'm just glad to see they're bringing it back.
Yeah, that's
the
well.
Continental name.
That was a concept, so
That's right.
we'll see if they produce it, and maybe they'll tweak it a little bit more, get rid of the Kia and get rid of a little bit of the Audi.
As it is, I'm sure.
Well, listen, everyone, thank you so much for participating here and bringing these cars out. This was really awesome. Again, this is Emmy for TFL Classics. You can subscribe to our channel and find TFL Car on all of these crazy social medias. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. We appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you very much.
And I'm here with Jake Doubt, and behind me is his 1956 Lincoln Continental. So we've skipped up 16 years. How long have you had her?
About a year.
Only about a year?
Yeah.
Was this like your dream car?
Not at first, but after looking at them for a lot of years, yeah.
So, I mean, you're kind of a young guy, right? So what do your friends say about your obsession with this old, I mean, it's kind of an old man's car.
Yeah. Well, most of my friends are all the Lincoln guys.
All the old guys here?
So it actually works out pretty good.